I mean, you guys have seen like foot maps or hand maps or eye maps. Like they can read the iris and like tell all about your life. They can read the ears, like palm reading, all of that. It's the hologram. It's the computer program showing you what's playing in your life, scripted all over the entire body, all over it. It's everywhere. It's in every little particle. Okay, I have been geeking out on this topic for so long, and it's something I think about all the freaking time, so I thought I'd make a video on it. I am a massage therapist and I do trauma healing while doing massage, and there's a few reasons for that. One, if you guys have ever read the book The Body Keeps the Score or anything by Louise L. Hay, she describes different ailments that are going on inside of the body when things are happening externally. I want to take this a step further and just show you what I see and probably do a little bit of storytelling because I've had some crazy experiences this year that are like, "Oh, are you kidding me?" So recently this year, I went through a divorce. And obviously, that's a core relationship. When that core relationship was crumbling, it was weird because there had been some like, I had some childbirth trauma that hadn't been addressed, whatever. And all of a sudden, it was flaring up. And I decided, I'm like, okay, it's freaking time. Like, you have waited way too long to get the medical attention that you need. So I went into a pelvic floor physical therapist. As we're like doing assessments and stuff, she's having me lift certain parts of my body, and she would have me like in a side lying pose, lift my leg in different angles, and there were muscles that like just dropped, just completely atrophied. And she was telling me as I'm in her office, she's like, yeah, like your whole left side, there's like atrophy. And the right side was really strong. The crazy thing is the night before I had a massage client come in, and the massage client, as I was working, they were like, yeah, there's like a masculine side of the body and feminine side of the body. And it had been a minute since I had like revisited this concept that there's a masculine side of the body and feminine. I was like, oh yeah, feminine is the left side, masculine's the right side. So then to go into my physical therapy appointment and she's like, your whole left side is atrophied. That's the feminine side. And I just start like, uh-huh. Yes, it is. So, yes. My feminine side, this part of me that is feeling safe, feeling able to receive, feeling like it can trust, completely atrophied, right? And the left side or the right side, the masculine side's like, we've got this. We're gonna make a plan. We're gonna take care of everything. We've got this. We're gonna do it all, right? So the masculine side of me was very strong. The feminine side of me had completely atrophied. So I don't find that. I mean, I find it ironic. I don't find it surprising. And for the next however many months, we had spent all of this time rehabilitating my feminine side. It was probably 8 months. And as I'm building up muscle within my hip, again, the foundation of my life completely, right? And having to rebuild harmony within the core of my body, the very root system of my body, rebuilding this balance between masculinity and femininity and the amount of exertion it took to strengthen the feminine and to give permission to that masculine to let go, to not try and control everything, to not take over, right? But to give this feminine space and room to come into her own. It was fascinating. And as I'm doing all of this inner work, it was crazy because I was seeing it and having all of these emotional releases. So there were so many serendipitous events that I was seeing of what I now believe and was able to visually see as this holographic reality. I'm like, a hologram is like every piece, every tiny piece is a copy or, a imprint of the whole. So as I'm noticing the copy of my body completely mirroring my relationships, and then my relationships mirroring the global scale of masculinity and femininity, I cannot tell you how fascinating it was for me to realize all of it can like do and condense and be inside of me. And as I'm altering me, I'm altering the external reality. It has been one of my most life altering realizations to realize this is a hologram. We can alter it, and our bodies hold the key. This is kind of, this whole channel, what I'm dedicating it to, specifically for relationships. If you are struggling within your external relationships, if you're like, oh, I'm always, you know, maybe that, like I see a lot, the runner, the chaser thing. Like I'm always the one like running and they're running away. And I attract men with attachment issues, or I'm an anxious attachment and they have avoidant attachment. Like it's always this dynamic, or it's always this dynamic. Maybe I love someone until they love me back, and then I'm like, whoa, what do you want? So that's would be more of like an avoidant attachment. Maybe you have inverted relationships where the feminine is really like the bulldozing, strong, like let's get this done, goal oriented, point A, point B, finances, more structure. Maybe the female's doing that, and the masculine's like, it's fine, whatever. We're just gonna drink beer and hang out and not worry about anything, and just let the world revolve around him while he relaxes and enjoys, like those like inverted relationships. That's something that I see a lot happening. What's wild is in my massage therapy business, we do emotion work while doing body work. So someone will come in and say, the only thing come to me is like low back. Oh, I'm having like a bunch of low back pain. Low back deals with your core safety and stability, often like finances or core relationships. So when you start having a lot of low back pain, oftentimes there's financial or stability, feeling unstable in life, that core again, going on. When there's a lot of shoulder pain, there's often a lot of burdens placed on you, like, oh, I'll take it, I can do it, I've got you, that kind of energy going in your life where you're taking on things that are very heavy and the shoulders start to get really achy. There is this, you guys have seen like foot maps or hand maps or eye maps. Like they can read the iris and like tell all about your life. They can read the ears, like palm reading, all of that. It's the hologram. It's the computer program showing you what's playing in your life, scripted all over the entire body, all over it. It's everywhere. It's in every little particle. It's kind of fascinating when you step back and look, knowing that your body, this moldable, pliable, altering living being, has the imprint. When you start playing with that imprint, strengthening things that are weak, releasing things that are stuck, removing burdens physically, your life alters. The external reality alters. It's like a do-do-do-do-do-do. It's amazing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else about this holographic reality. Maybe some other stories. So I'm trying to think of another one where I was just like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. Um, I know one I was doing I do like age regression trauma healing sessions. I do them on my clients, but I also do them on myself. So I'm up early one morning. I'm doing an age regression session on myself. I had just been through a heartbreak. And in my mind, I kept hearing the words, you need to let go. Drop the rope. Drop the rope. I'm seeing this like tug of war, right? Tug. And I'm just holding on and like trying, trying to earn my love and earn my value, earn acceptance, right? And I'm just clinging on for dear life. And this thought, you need to drop the rope, drop the rope, drop the rope. So that's coming up, and I'm, processing like, okay, what is the rope? What is this thing I'm holding on to? Why can't I let it go? What do I think I'm gonna get by pulling, right? So in my mind, there's still a tug of war happening. I wasn't able to resolve it that day. Later, I go to physical therapy. I'm we're, altering the core of who I am. And she has me like foam rolling my inner thighs. So like my my leg in a figure four, rolling out the inner thigh with a palm or with a foam roller, right? Do the masculine side, things are fine. We go to the feminine side. I cannot even tell you the amount of excruciating pain that I felt as I started to roll that side. I show her, I'm like, listen, this is so tight. And I show her, she's like, it's like a rope. And I was like, oh, it's like a rope. You're exactly right. It's like a rope on on my feminine side. This little girl in me just holding so tightly. And as I start rolling it out, like I had to start lighter. And it took a good solid week. I'd come home, put my kids to bed, and just start rolling out this side and offering compassion to myself of, I'm so sorry it's hard to let go. I'm so sorry you feel like if you're like whatever. So doing a compassion session, right? Rolling out this feminine side. And as it's releasing, just sobbing, letting out childhood trauma, letting out current day relationship trauma. That's the other part of the holographic reality, is the childhood reflecting the current day. And as you go in and alter the childhood and those memories, you alter present day. As you alter present day, it alters the child. This constant mirroring, every little particle mirroring or giving image to showing you. And it's all alterable. It's so fun and it's so fascinating when you start blending physical and spiritual together. That is why I love my work so much, because I do a physical massage, removing the tension out of the muscle alongside speaking truth and removing the trauma, removing the memory associated with that, removing the reasons why you take on those burdens, removing the reasons why you're holding onto the rope, right? Oh, it's just so yummy to me. It's so yummy. And I think about it all the freaking time. And then I'm like, how do I even explain this to people? It's all spiritual and physical. It is, again, the yin and the yang, the masculine, the feminine. They connect. They're inseparably connected. They play off of each other. They mirror each other. Each part has a part of the other. It's so fun. It's so freaking fun. If you are struggling in your external world, let it be a mirror. Next time something's triggering you, next time something feels massive, and you're like, they're just blah, blah, blah. Stop. Tell it thank you for showing you you. It's only showing up because it's here. It's in here somewhere. It's in your body. It's in your belief system. When you start altering the belief system and correcting yourself back to truth, that's when love and light reflects in your external life. Who we really are is loving beings. We are full of abundance, financially, time, whatever, abundance of love. That is who we are. That is our pure light in its purest form. What happens is we have trauma and it will like fracture the light, and then we'll be down here living out this like fractured reality. When that happens and you realize like this sucks, it isn't for me, realize it's just a hologram. It's like you can reach out and alter it. And the way that you alter it is by going within, altering you. Find places inside of your body that are stuck and open them back up and ask them, what are you trying to show me? What are you trying to teach me? If any of you feel stuck and feel like you need help seeing your life, your trauma, clearing through it, relieving it, please come see me.